Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 268. It's a Tier 10 Soviet tank destroyer, and it's located on the north spawn of Murovanka encounter under the command of the Awppenheimer. One mark of excellence on the barrel, and the game has started, but he's not moved away from his spawn point. No, probably not loaded into the game yet. But he will very shortly. Right, well, what can I tell you? Well, it's got a 152mm gun, the M64, capable of 750 alpha. Absolute monster it is. Based on the chassis of a T10. The weight limit was kept to 50 tons because they were stopping any development which went over 50 tons, probably with good reason. Oh, now that chat just got set on fire by somebody in the forest. I think it's that AMX 1390. It may have been. Fires around in. Unfortunately, no joy from that. Somebody is in the cap. We've loaded a round standard AP. With such a high alpha damage, this tank destroyer can be very, very lethal to the enemy. Can reduce a tier 10 tank to a smoking wreck in a few shots. Now 13.62 second reload. Just look at that. Bulldog wiped out with one shot. Isn't that so powerful? It's not OP. This is actually something that the Soviets did actually have. Well, it was a development anyway they put forward based on the T10. Unfortunately, it wasn't actually put into production, but well, we seem to have cleared the magic forest, so I think it's probably about time for Awppenheimer to deal with those guys who are actually capping at the moment in the cap. It is an encounter game, so the caps do take slightly longer, but from a position over here, he can start laying down fire on the enemy. Fortunately, there's a destructible building in the way, but I think he's going to try and get a bit closer, use the terrain to his advantage. There is a specific point somewhere on the map where you can actually get shots. I think he's found it now. From here, you can actually shoot through into the cap area, or is it here? I think it may be here. That's it. Now, time to hit the target. Yes! 745, it's a low roll. But it's a huge amount of damage with one shot. Now, can you get shots on that T62? Well, not at the moment. It's going to have to move a bit closer. There is a wreck in the way there, I think. Oh, no. We briefly saw the outline, I think, of an AMX 1390. But we're reloading rapidly. The enemy still has two in the cap. Oh, well... What happened there? I think we are reloading, although the mod's not showing a reload, but I think there is a reload in progress. Ah, there they are. They're actually round the corner, so he does need to get a bit closer to get shots on them. I always like the church as a source. Oh, Borsig, can't miss that. Thank you very much. And yes, 785 hit points off him. And he's been wiped out by the Su-130 PM. So that was just too gorgeous to miss. BK-4502 up there, dialing in, and bye-bye. No, didn't hit him. And that's surprising. He didn't see us because, of course, the trees are in the way, but he did fire at 1:30 PM. Now, can we get a shot at him? No, I think there's a wreck in the way. Ah, now we can hit them. Going for the IS-7. Yes! 714. It's a low roll, but he is a one-shot now, I think. Or is he? Yes, he is a one-shot. So I think we can hit one of them in the cap. We might get a kill. Okay, locking onto the T62. Oh! It didn't go through, which is surprising. But we were seen, so we're going to have to pull back behind these buildings. I think it might have been one of the tanks a bit further away, but we're going for the 4502. Yep, that one connected. 776, it's a high roll. And he didn't spot where we were, so it wasn't him who saw us. It may have been the Progetto. Was it a Progetto or Pantera? No, the Pantera, I think. Right, so T-30 moving into the cap area. There's the Scorpion. Yep, nice shot on him. Low roll, 722. Scorpion's killed. T-30 is next. Can you get shots on that Pantera? Can't see him. Okay, the 1390 is headed this way. He knows that we're dangerous. Can you get shots on him? Here he comes. Yep, nice one. 822. But he's still there and he's still dangerous, and we've got a Progetto behind us. So we need to be careful now, because we will be fully visible to the enemy. Going for the Progetto. Nice shot. 741. It's a low roll, but we did take 2 shots from the Progetto. And we're trying to turn to deal with that in the rain. And here comes the Pantera. Going for the Lorraine first. And we're taking rounds from the Pantera because, of course, he's firing off his magazine. Auto reloading. But we can do a lot of damage with one shot. Yup, 717. It's a low roll, but we've still got to contend with that Pantera. And we're low on hit points now. We need to pull back. We can get him with this shot. Yes, that's it. Got him. So there's 3 tanks left on each side. The 4502 is one shot. And there's 2 Arty on the enemy team. And the Arty are going to be in the south. Oh, and there's one of them right now. Don't know which one fired at us. But it's obviously towards the south. And it's a good idea to actually go over and get rid of them. We've still got our Arty and the TVP's moving up to defend them, just in case the 4502 decides to do what we're doing. So all the enemy's got is their Arty and that 4502. So all we need to do is work out where the 4502 is, keep him in sight. We know where he is, and he's been killed. So it's just the Arty we need to kill now. And unfortunately, we've lost our TVP T5051. He was killed by the enemy Arty. Oh, actually, he was killed by the 4502, not the enemy Arty. But we're looking in this area now, expecting the enemy Arty is going to be somewhere around here. It's the best sight lines for shooting onto that cap area. Here he comes. It's the Batchat 155-55. He's wiped out. Well, we were seen, so we need to change position because we want to avoid being hit by the remaining Arty, which is the M53-55. Oh, and he got a shot in. But we do know where he is. And that information will now be passed to the FV3805. Yep, he knows exactly which direction the shot came from. FV3805 is responding affirmative, so he knows where the enemy Arty is. Now, I'm not sure if that did any damage, but the FV3805 is now moving because he wants to ensure that he's not counter-batteried. And it's such a pity that that Awppenheimer wasn't able to get out of the way in time, because once he was spotted by the Batchat, who knew that what he was doing was driving directly at Awppenheimer to not only try and get a shotgun on him, but also to reveal his position to his teammate so his teammate could do the damage from behind the trees and the camouflage. And that was so that the moment the Batchat died, he knew that his teammate would get Awppenheimer. He was so low on hit points. And here's the FV3805, and he's found the M53, and unfortunately he's fired that round in, and oh, ram kill to win. That was an amazing end to the battle. A ram kill to win. It's a pity we didn't swap over earlier on that one, because it would have been amazing to watch. Let's have a look at the end of battle result. It's a second-class tanker for Awppenheimer in the Object 268. He managed to get a duelist, a fighter badge, and a fire for effect, but best of all, he picked up a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else, and a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see there again, he's right at the top of the table, 7,209 hit points of damage in that game. Next highest scorer was the TVPT 5051. He was taken out by that 4502. He did 4,046 hit points. And the next highest scorer after that was the 4502, did 2,996. When it came to kills, it was the TVPT 5051 and Awppenheimer. Both shared 4 kills apiece. Then came the FB3805, who got 3, alongside the AMX 1390 on the enemy team, got 3, so did the 4502. If we look at base XP, we're looking at the TVPT 5051, who got the highest amount, 995. Then the FB4202 got 916, and that's because he was a tier 8 and a tier 10 game. And then came Awppenheimer with 911 base experience points, but obviously because he was tier 10, but he did a huge amount of damage and got a large number of kills. So let's have a look at detail report. He fired 17 rounds in that game. He got 13 direct hits and 12 penetrations. Damage of 7,209 hit points, of which 1,484 were at more than 300 meters. He received 10 hits from the enemy, 6 penetrations, 3 non-penetrations. Most of those penetrations came from that Pantera, who was determined to nail him. He also suffered 1 from the Progetto, and I think there was 1 round from the Lorraine 40-ton, just before he was wiped out. He also received 3 hits as a result of splash damage, one of which was from the M5355, which was fatal, and he blocked damage of 560 hit points in that game. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, the Batchat 15555. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 144 hit points. He managed to get 4 defense points by hitting enemy tanks whilst they were in the cap area. And on the credit side, he earned 67,641 credits. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he took away 11,554. He received 1,367 XP times 2 for the first victory, got 2,734 experience points to take away. So quite a turnaround actually. They weren't doing so well during the battle, but it was very difficult for Awppenheimer to fight off 3 enemies simultaneously, because he was trying to deal with, first he was trying to deal with that 1390 who was marauding close to him, and then he got assaulted by the Progetto from behind, attacked by the Lorraine 40-ton who popped out round the corner, and then a Pantera turned up to try and nail him full of holes. But he still survived all of that. It was the Arty in the end who nailed him, because of course he was trying to defend, he had a teammate who was willing to defend him by running at Awppenheimer at full speed, getting shotgunned, and then revealing Awppenheimer's position to enable him to be taken down. So it took 2 Arty to take him down in the end, 1 to reveal him and the other 1 to shoot him. But it was a hell of a game, and credit should go to the FB3805 on his team, because he did survive and effectively win the game in the end. Free shanty. But it was more the way that he did it. He shotgunned that M5355 and then he ram killed him at the end once he was low on hit points. He did the right thing. You might as well do it if you've got the chance. Just go in for the ram and take him out that way. And it worked beautifully. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.